Ladies and gentlemen, welcome live to Performance Trust Field on the campus of Wheaton Academy here in West Chicago, Illinois. We're so excited that you've chosen to join us here on WA TV for another edition of Wheaton Academy football. Between the Wheaton Academy Warriors and Marion Central Catholic, the Hurricanes, it's going to be a good matchup, a conference matchup of the Chicagoland Christian Conference. And we're excited to take you on a ride here as we watch a good Friday Night Lights high school football game. I'm here. My name is Derek Johannick. I'm here with my partner, Skylar Piercy. Skylar is an esteemed faculty member here at Wheaton Academy. Skylar, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Derek. Glad to be here on a Friday night. Gorgeous weather out. I think the rain will hold off. We've got exciting football to watch tonight.
Just tremendous stuff. We're so excited. Got a few keys to the game for you here.
Let's hear them.
We're going to see two good teams, Wheaton Academy and Marion Central, both coming into this game 1-2. Not exactly the start that was hoped for either end, but some good competition on the other side of the ball. So Marion Central, their loss here is coming to Chicago Hope as well as another school. But I want to focus on Chicago Hope. That's going to be a tough team here in the Chicagoland Christian Conference. Definitely a team to look out for in the future. Wheaton Academy's got them later this season. But the keys to the game for the Warriors is going to be first to eliminate the passing game. Marion is going to want to spread the ball out, open up the field, use the big spaces in the field, and exploit those defensive backs. So eliminating the passing game is going to be crucial, as well as controlling the tempo when we're on offense. We've got to play our game and slow the clock down. We love to run the ball. We're effective at it. We've got a strong back in Tyler Jones, and controlling the clock when we're on offense is going to be key to this game. Also, we want to absolutely dominate in the trenches, and it's along the same vein, but this is one way that we can certainly exploit Marion Central is by dominant line play. So the more that we can come out and set the tone offensively and defensively on the line of scrimmage is going to make the biggest impact on this game, I believe. I'm not biased, though. I am a former lineman, so that's just the way I roll. Skylar, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this game?
I agree with your sentiment that whoever dominates the line of scrimmage is going to dominate this game. And for us, we hope that's Wheaton Academy, but Marion Central poses a good threat there. Our offensive line, good, strong left side there with three seniors in the center, Jackson Fromm, anchoring the O-line there. And our rushing attempt on offense has been quite dominant, one of the top in the state. With 135 yards per game average rushing for Tyler Jones, starting running back number 3, a senior here at Wheaton Academy. We hope he can continue to have a performance like that tonight, averaging 10.5 yards a carry, obviously behind that O-line. I think Wheaton Academy has the edge there.
And that's just Tyler Jones alone. That's what's incredible is he's putting up these incredible numbers. He's up there with the best in the state. That was something we talked to head coach Jim Johannick about. Just tremendous effort from him so far this season, and he's running fast and he's running strong, so it's good to see. We're going to let you go here for a little bit, but we will be back with Wheaton Academy football here on Friday night. Again, so glad that you're here to join us on WA TV. Please enjoy the entrance, the national anthem, and we'll be back in just a moment.
We pray that each and every individual here this evening would choose to accept this free gift and put their faith in you. Tonight we ask for protection of our athletes and officials as they participate in the game this evening. Watch over them and protect them. We pray for great sportsmanship and competitiveness throughout this contest this evening, both on the field and in the stands. May all that is done tonight, word and deed, be done to the glory of His name we pray. Amen. And now please singing the national anthem by Wheaton Academy's own Aaron Downey.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets were there, the bombs were singing in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Performance Trust Field at Wheaton Academy. We're ready for kickoff. And just awaiting upon confirmation of the result of the coin toss, which already happened. And it appears to me as though the Marion Central Hurricanes will be kicking off to the Wheaton Academy Warriors. So Wheaton Academy with the ball to begin the game here and see if the offense can set a tone.
Marion Central with the opening pick. Wheaton Academy back to receive.
And the opening kickoff here. Deep to return for the Warriors. It's Sommer as well as Mazzarella. They're going to squib it off the ground. It's picked up by the Warriors, and he falls on it. So good ball control here from the Warriors to start the game, and we are so ready to bring you Warriors offense. Skylar, they have been nothing short of electric so far this season. They had a tough game in week one. Their second game, they looked stout against a good Grand Rapids Christian team and just opened the floodgates against the defending state champion Chicago Christian Knights in week 3. Just really got it done in the backfield specifically. That's right. So in the backfield, you're going to see number 5, Colton Miller. And he'll take the snap and hand off to Tyler Jones, the star running back, who carries for about a gain of 1. That'll bring up second down and 9.
Pickup of 1 on the play, second down and 9.
That's That's right, Derek. You mentioned we start off with an electric schedule. Tough first 2 games, but really what we're hoping here is our run game gets going, and then Colton Miller played a great game last week.
Absolutely. Miller in the gun, rolls back to pass, taking his time, fires downfield off the right hand,
Miller's pass incomplete.
and it's going to fall flat. That was Eli Cherry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9, so the Warriors need to execute here. Skylar, you're exactly right. Colton Miller is hanging up there with the best of them. Another thing we talked to Coach Johannick about before the game was how well he has been competing, given the fact that this is his first year starting. He's taking over for a couple of experienced quarterbacks and just looks phenomenal.
That's right. He's only a junior. So essentially he's got this year and next year if he can win the QB battle next year. But he's just getting started.
Miller in the gun, rolls back, fires downfield, and it is caught down the field, and he's finally caught, and he's down at about the 5-yard line. What a first pickup, and that's a guy we haven't talked about just yet. Logan Oros, what a tank in the backfield, in the side. What an athlete Logan's been for the Warriors this year. He's done a tremendous job. You saw some of the speed, the explosiveness right there.
Logan Oros has just been dominant this year. He's only a junior. So again, he's got 2 more years potentially this year and next. This year so far, he's had 12 receptions, 207 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Let's see if we can punch it in right here.
I mean, what a line. You're going to see him in an H-back spot. There's Jones up the middle of the Warriors score. They're up to lead here early in the game. Tyler Jones adding another tally to his list of numbers this season.
You can see two backs in the backfield there. Oros leading the way for Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones gets his 4th touchdown of the year rushing. That's 6 for the Warriors.
I mean, Skylar, you mentioned Tyler Jones has racked up 407 total yards this season before that drive, and just tacks on his 4th touchdown on the year. That extra point goes off the left upright. But the Warriors come away with 7. What a start for the Warrior offense. A big pickup to Logan Oros. The explosive plays will make a difference in this game.
Great start there. That connection with Oros really kept the drive going, gave them that spark they needed to really punch the ball in there with Jones.
Skylar, you and I both played offense at the high school and the college level, together at the college level, which was a treat. Talk about some of the importance of big explosive plays like that.
I mean, it gets your offense going. It gets the guys excited. You know, at Wheaton College, we're both familiar with, we always wanted at least 5 explosive plays a game. And that explosive plays is 20-plus yards and 12 for a rush. But it gets the offense going. It really gets the defense in a position where they're kind of on their heels trying to defend big explosive plays like that.
That's something we don't talk about too often in football. Just, I guess, maybe in the mainstream media, but not really in the locker room do you talk about the energy difference that you get after a big play. But it is palpable. You feel the difference after a play like Logan just made there,
yeah.
And this sideline's hopping.
Yeah.
So kickoff from the Warriors, and he's going to go, that lands at about the 20. Here's a return from Marion. He's going to go up the middle. Breaking tackles, a good return back to the 35, and that's where Marion Central will set up shop.
Marion Central returns it
as their offense will enter the field for the first time today.
We'll get our first look at the Hurricanes offense. Talking to their coaches pregame, they said there was going to be some switch-ups on their offensive side of the ball. So looking forward to seeing who they put out on this field right now as they're getting ready to take the field at the 35-yard line.
And we've seen them play Chicago Hope. We were able to watch a little bit of that game over film, and they were facing a stout defense, and particularly a stout defensive line. Those Hope guys were big. They were talented. It'll be interesting to see their response to the Warrior defense here today. Oh, Little bit of confusion on the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss. Warrior D-line getting through already. This offensive line going to face a tall task today.
Brooks on the tackle for a loss.
That's Ethan Brooks. The tackle for a loss. Almost looked like the exchange was a little bit bobbled there. Could have potentially created a turnover.
Hurricanes back on the ball. Trips right formation. Colin Hernan, the quarterback, in the backfield. He rolls back to pass and scrambling out to his left side, firing downfield and caught. That's Max Kinney along the sideline.
Pass complete to Kinney.
And a gain of about 3 yards.
Gain of a few on the play. Wheaton Academy, it's 3rd down.
Good pocket movement there from Hernan. Just scooting a little bit to his left, finding Kinney on the out right there, out of bounds. Creates a 3rd and 6, it looks like.
And the expectation here against a defense like the Warriors have is that you're going to feel pressure all night long. So his ability to scramble is going to really come into play here. Hernan in the backfield again. That's Eddie Kowalczyk to his side. And he will hand it off to Kowalczyk, fighting up the middle, breaking tackles, and Eddie Kowalczyk, a strong run, will get the Canes their first down and a new set.
First down, Marion.
You're going to hear a lot about Colin Hernan and Eddie Kowalczyk. Those are 2 guys that are anchoring this offense. They've got a good connection there in the backfield. You see it right there. Obviously, that was Kowalczyk's work, but. All right, trips right formation again. Hernan rolls back to pass. Canes trying to spread it out. He's scrambling, can't find any receivers downfield, and he's met by a host of Warrior tacklers. But not before he fights his way for a gain of about 4 yards.
Physical run from Hernan there. You love to see that from a quarterback. You also kind of hate to see it from a quarterback just for injury's sake.
Skylar, you were a physical runner in college.
I tried to be. You know, my God-given stature may have led to more elusiveness than power, but
you did have the wheels to get out of situations like that.
I did try to use those when needed.
They served you well. Hernan in the backfield again, wide receivers 2 by 2, rolling out to the right, fires downfield. That is caught, and a great gain for the Canes. That's Josh Goronsky, and he's going to pick up Marion Central's second first down of the drive.
First and 10 from the Warriors 40.
Good play design there. Get Hernan on the move, out to the right, short side of the field. Soft coverage in the flat there. Wide receiver settled down. Right in the hole, picked up the first down.
You know, we talk about his ability to scramble, but if you have design plays where he's going outside the pocket, that might serve him well also. Again, 3 wide receivers to the left side. No tight ends. And that's going to be a timeout called by the Hurricanes. Try to reset, recoup. Early timeout there for the Canes, but they wanted to make sure they got a look that they liked.
Definitely. Looked like Wheaton Academy came out in man there. Might not have liked that for what they wanted. Early timeout, 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
Like the statement from the Wheaton Academy coaching staff, we're going to play man and we're going to do it well. We've got athletes. Skylar, who are some of our impact players on defense?
Our impact players, Tyler Jones, really a 2-side-of-the-ball athlete. He's over there in that safety position. He's got 25 total tackles, 7 solo, 18 assisted. And then our middle linebacker anchoring our defense, Logan Oros, a name you will hear a lot tonight. 8 solo tackles, 25 assists, and 33 total tackles so far this season.
That's Oros, 33 tackles over the course of 3 games. He's on track for 100 this season. That is just a tremendous number. Handoff to Mike Schmid up the middle, and he is brought down for a 1-yard gain. Warrior defense stands strong. See if they bend but don't break here.
Good swarm tackle there by the Warriors. We had Eli Cherry, a corner, in on that tackle, which is something we love to see. Corners corners getting in on the action in the run game at the line of scrimmage.
It's one thing the Swiders coach so well is pursuit, pursuit, pursuit. I remember just how many times that the pursuit drill was run in practice at Wheaton Academy. It's repetitive, but it teaches your guys to pursue the ball with effectiveness, taking good angles. All right, so we've got Hernan in the backfield. Hands off, and a good gain for the Hurricanes. That's Mike Schmidt again. So definitely mixing it up here in the backfield. We saw a lot of Kowalczyk in the previous games. But we've gotten a spattering of 3 different running backs here so far.
Gain of 4 on the play from Marion.
Yeah, and that's always helpful when you've got multiple guys that can run the football. Keep everybody fresh.
Wheaton Academy, it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the Warriors, 35.
So the Hurricanes set up. Kowalczyk to the right. It's going to be Hernan carrying the ball, and he does not get there. He is swallowed up by a swarm of tacklers.
4th down.
And that'll bring up a 4th down, the Warriors' first of the day. A good stop from the defensive side. And it looks like Marion's going to keep the offense out there, try a little conversion here. As they always say in those broadcasts, the analytics say yes.
That's right. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. At this point, you really got nothing to lose. You're in your plus territory.
So they're going to go empty set here. Hernan deep in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the left, and he jumped. There's going to be a flag that comes down. A false start against Marion Central.
Now this changes things. This makes it a 4th and 10. I wonder if offense will stay out there. I wonder if we'll see a little quarterback punt, as we've often seen when punters are short.
We are seeing a personnel change here, and I just wonder if this is the punt team coming out for the Canes. And indeed it is.
Yep.
It's Hernan deep back to punt. Back to return for the Warriors. It's Tommy Somer. He's got explosive speed. And that punt goes out of bounds, and I would estimate that to be around the 20-yard line.
Punted out of bounds.
So kind of came off the side of his foot, not intentional, it seems.
They're
They're going to spot the ball on the 19-yard line, and the Warriors will set up from there.
Now, if you're the Warriors, that's the start you want. You want to go down, score, and stop the Hurricanes on their first drive on offense. We had a few tackles for losses there, which obviously contributed to Warriors getting the ball back without a Hurricane score. It's good to see.
Definitely a good start for the Warriors. Let's see if they can go back to the explosive plays. They're riding off an experienced offensive line here. In motion is Logan Oros, and he lit up his man, but unfortunately, down goes Miller in the backfield. A great play by the defensive line.
Looked like Dan French kind of off the edge, untouched. Created some chaos in the backfield there.
You know, we talk about the experience that this offensive line comes in with. Obviously, execution needs to happen, but they have the experience. They have really proven themselves over the last few years, and this is a bunch that's seen a lot of football. Miller set up in an empty set, rolling back to pass. Heaves it downfield for Oros, just out of his outstretched arms. There was a little bit of contact before the ball got there, and it seems as though he got away with it. Unfortunately, the ball just out of his arms. What an explosive play that would have been.
Yeah. I mean, it was man across the board there, and Oros kind of looked like a mismatch, as quarterbacks were trained. Find your mismatch, exploit it. So definitely could see what Colton Miller was seeing there, just unable to connect. We'll see what they've got on 3rd and 14.
All right, wide receiver split. Miller in the backfield with Jones. Motion to the right side. Miller rolls out to the right. He's going to catch. And a great play there by Somer. A good reception and a conversion there on a long third down.
Love to see that. Chains moving. Great catch and run by Somer in the flat.
One thing Miller's got in the backfield is poise. You watch a lot of quarterbacks that don't have experience and they're jittery in the backfield. They release the ball too early. Miller looks good rolling out to the side, comfortably dumping it off to Somer. Obviously, play design really was in his favor there as Somer was wide open.
He was.
But he just looks comfortable overall. Warriors, man in motion from the right side. Carrying around the outside, got speed. And a great play there.
Looks like a pickup of
First handoff to
11 or
Johnson.
12 for Dallas Johnson.
That was Dallas Johnston returning from an injury. Great to see some wheels out of him. He's doing a great job already here. They had him designated to a punter role for a little bit as he was dealing with a Liz Frank injury, and now just looks better than ever. Great jet motion, a lot of speed coming off the edge. Johnston going to be a guy to look out for.
Yeah, I was talking to him in class today. He said punting was something he could do with that injury, so that's where he learned to punt, and glad to see him back.
That is great. Fumbled snap, it's picked up and tries to salvage a play, but that's Jones unable to get back to the line. Warriors going to take a loss of about 2 on that play.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
Obviously not what you want to see after a pretty good gain of 11, just to come back with a loss of 2. You're getting behind the chains at this point, and the play sheet becomes a little bit smaller.
Definitely. All right, Warriors set up wide receivers 2x2 again. Miller fakes a handoff, looks right, fires it downfield. Contact, ball dropped. Good defense from Marion.
Great play by Jakubowicz. The corner there,
Pass incomplete.
breaking up the pass before
3rd and 13.
the wide receiver could really bring it in.
Savvy defense for a team that knows how to sling the ball. Looks like they're defending the pass effectively here.
So you can see the Hurricanes like to line up in this 3-3 stack, but they brought 6 there.
Feeling pressure from the left side. He still gets the ball down, and that is a completion. They give him the catch. So way to get the ball off for Miller as he was hit directly after the throw and still brought in for a catch.
Miller was hot there off of his blind side, but when you bring pressure, there's always going to be a hole somewhere.
10 for Marion's 46.
Colton Miller found that hole, found Tyler Jones, moved the chains.
So now the Warriors with a fresh set of downs across the 50-yard line, so in positive territory for the second time today. Trips left formation for the Warriors. That's Oros closest to Miller. The quarterback fires downfield, and it seems like a busted route. That pass was intended for Tommy Somer.
Just looks like a miscommunication there on, might have been a choice route or just a miscommunication on, or misunderstanding on what that route should have been. Colton Miller expecting more of a hitch instead of a slant. It's all right, not too bad, 2nd and 10.
All right, Warriors set up for their second try at this set of downs. Little mix up in the formation as Oro sets up to the right of Miller. Miller taking the snap, pulls the ball and goes up the middle. There goes Miller, finds some space at a first down.
Great play there, a little midline read option.
15 on the play, first down Warriors.
Obviously, when you put Oros in the backfield there, the Hurricanes are kind of keying in on that not expecting Miller to pull it. Left a giant hole in the middle of the field there.
Warriors have
Miller
first and 10,
scampers up.
Marian's 32.
Move the chains.
Miller's a hard runner. We talk about hard running quarterbacks. He put the shoulder down there and ran hard. That makes such a difference for any sized quarterback. If you're running with speed and willing to put your body on the line.
We got Eli Cherry out almost beyond the numbers by himself on an island. Two backs in the backfield, Oros and Jones.
Miller with a hard count and a flag. Seems as though there was some motion. No, it's a delay of game on the offense. Just lost track of where the play clock was, and the Warriors will move 5 back.
Penalty on the field, delay of game.
So a miscue here for the Warrior offense, but nothing too consequential unless they're not able to convert these downs. You're in positive territory. Skylar, how's our kicking game this year? Have you paid much attention?
Yeah, it looks like we are 12 for 12 for extra points. It looks like we haven't attempted too many field goals. So I would assume if we're getting into the 30 or red zone range, we're going for it.
There's Jones around the outside. Powerful run, bouncing off tacklers. And he's brought down around the 25-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play.
There's that strong running from Tyler Jones we're going to see all night long.
2nd and 4 from the 26.
Can you hear me if I talk?
So the Warriors set up with a tight trips formation to the right. Miller pulls it, play action, looking downfield, waits, continues rolling, can't find space, and connects to Somer, who gains the first down, but there's some laundry on the field here on the near side. Definitely holding territory.
Oh, they're waving it off.
They're going to wave the flag off, so the Warriors will pick up the first down.
Where's the ball? Oh, no gain.
Now, as a quarterback, and I would assume as a coach watching this,
There is no penalty on the play. Gain of 6. First down, Warriors.
it is a little scary when your quarterback rolls out, holds it for a little bit, and then throws back almost across back into the middle of the field. But obviously, can't go broke. Making a profit is what my coach always used to say. Shout out to Coach Bowers. So risky, but it worked. It's first down. We're on the 20-yard line. We're in red zone territory. Well, it looks like we're going to take this to the end of the quarter. We'll flip sides.
And that takes us to the end of the quarter. We will be back after a short break. Stay with us.
This is more than just a high school. This is a place where learning is centered around solving problems, fusing faith, innovation, and technology, equipping students to lead a world yet to be imagined.
The Warriors taking the field again. Start of the second quarter.
1st and 10 from the Marion 20.
So good field position for Wheaton Academy here setting up. It'll be a new fresh set of downs. Miller takes the ball to the left side and leaping over defenders for a gain of about 2.
Miller on the keeper. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Interesting design run there from Miller. He went airborne.
I like that. A little scary to see your quarterback go airborne, obviously, especially when it's not maybe into the end zone. So kind of seems like he's fighting for too many extra yards. But love to see that fight from a quarterback. And I love to see that play design with the motion man kicking out the end, but it almost looked like he inserted into the middle of the line of scrimmage there.
There's Oros in that H-back look. Jones going to go up the middle, and he is going to crawl forward for some yards. And it'll bring up about a 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 15.
So I mentioned this earlier. You asked about the kicking game. We're 12 for 12 for extra points, but field goals doesn't look like we've attempted too many. So I think this is 4-down territory for the Warriors. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them, if they do not convert here, stay out on the field.
That is great to hear. More action for the offense. Miller sets up with Jones to his left. Warriors with a 3rd and 5. Rolling back to pass, looking downfield. Lob ball for Oros, and he brought it down. Touchdown, Logan Oros into the end zone. What a play. He went up there and got it.
Man-to-man coverage in the red zone corner, one of my favorite routes to throw. Oros just beat his man. He was open. Ball was actually a little short there, if I may say it, that of Colton Miller, but hey, can't go broke, make it a profit. Colton connects to Oros. That's 6 more points on the board for the Warriors.
That's the difference in personnel there that you see from Oros. Just a big body out there playing receiver. He's strong, he's tall. And the extra point's going to go left and going to be no good.
That's Daniel Jarvis out there.
10:32 left in the 2nd quarter. Wheaton Academy 13, Marion Central nothing.
It's actually his first extra point miss of the season. So surprising from Daniel Jarvis. But let's hope that he bounces back.
So Skylar, let's go back to Logan Oros and talk about him for a second. Definitely one of our impact players here in this game on both sides of the ball. He's the Warriors' leading tackler as well as their leading receiver on offense.
Yeah, that was his third touchdown of the year. 4 games in. Pretty good average. He was at 207 yards coming into this game. He obviously had that long one on the first drive. And he's been keeping these drives alive for the Warriors with those explosive plays and then being able to finish and putting it in the end zone there. And he's versatile. We've seen him line up in the slot. We've seen him line up in the backfield. And you can see he's a big body out there, almost like a Brock Bowers. Very able to move around. And you love to see that as an offensive coordinator. A lot of opportunities to use a man like that.
Marion Central faking the reverse return, and it's going to be Schmidt out to the right side for a solid gain. They're going to set up at just short of the 35-yard line. So a little bit of trickery from Marion Central, or at least tricked trickery. They looked like they were going to run the reverse in the backfield, and turns out it was Schmidt that kept the ball to the right side for a good gain.
Yeah, fake reverse, interesting play call, but I wonder if that's to set up a real reverse. I wonder if we may see that. I would assume that Wheaton Academy has several opportunities to kick off the ball in this game moving forward. And that may be an area that the Hurricanes have scouted to exploit the Warriors on their kickoff coverage. We'll see as the game goes on.
All right. Here's Hernan set up in the backfield. Again, 3 wide receivers to the left side. You're going to see a lot of that formation. Handoff to Kowalczyk up the middle. He's going to explode through the line. There goes Kowalczyk, and he is gone. Eddie Kowalczyk, the long run, high stepping into the end zone. And Marion is back within one score.
Love to see the effort here from John Mazzarella. Just not enough to stop Kowalczyk from getting into the end zone. Now that initial cut right on the line of scrimmage to get vertical by Kowalczyk is exactly what you want to see from a running back. None of the east and west, just pure north and south. It was a too high shell from the Warriors there. It gave a little bit of room for the run game to flourish, and it did. He split the middle, right up the middle of the field.
It's a tall task for a defensive back or a linebacker to get in the way of a running back who's got full steam. He had so much room in that gap that he was able to completely turn on the Jets. There's a fumbled snap on the extra point, and he's brought down. So the Warriors are going to stay up by 7. And they'll get the ball here.
Extra point is no good with 10-12.
So extra point mishaps on both ends.
Academy 13, Marion Central 6.
So the missed extra point does not come back to bite the Warriors just yet. Let's see if the offense can be as economical of these as they've been the last couple of times.
Virtually no time off the clock there in that Marion Central drive. Just a quick hit from Kowalczyk, and the Warriors will be back out on offense.
Setting up for the return for the Warriors is going to be Sommer and Mazzarella again. And here to kick for the Hurricanes is going to be Pfeiffer.
Sommer and Mazzarella back for the Warriors.
And the ball's away. It's another end-over-end kick on the ground, picked up. And that's going to be Caden Bounds who gets on that one. Good play by the sophomore to cover it up, keep the ball safe, and give the Warriors another drive.
Got some interesting choices with the squib kicks down the middle of the field. If you've been watching the NFL lately, you've seen those new kickoffs. And I kind of missed the squib kick. There's just something fun about it, seeing a big fellow run with the ball or have that opportunity creates an opportunity for the kicking team to get the ball back, but 2 unsuccessful attempts.
So 2 running backs lined up in the backfield with Miller here, and a fumbled snap, but there was some jumping and a false start on the Warriors. A little bit of a miscue there for the offense.
Looks like it might have been a miscommunication between the center, Jackson Fromm, and Colton Miller, maybe on the snap count, because it looked like the Warriors, a lot of them moved there, and the ball was not snapped, obviously causing a false start.
Well, Skylar, you and I have both been there. We're both a center, you're a quarterback. That discipline is crucial in keeping a drive alive. Miller sets up in the backfield again. Wide receiver split. Man in motion from the left is Sommer. Miller rolls back to pass, throws it downfield for Oros. Caught! Oros across the 50-yard line. The ball is loose. Still loose. It's rolling toward the sideline, and it's picked up by Marion.
Ruled down at the 45. First down, Warriors.
And the referees are going to rule him down. What a sequence of events, and the Warriors very fortunate that that ball came out later than it did, or later than it was apparently did. And Oros able to get the big pickup, but not without a scare. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 45. Warriors back in positive territory. Got to secure the football here. So up to the line are the Warriors. Marion with a couple extra defenders on the line, showing blitz. And they're going to come on the snap. There's Jones up the middle, powering through blitzers. And that's the power of Jones. Some very amped players on the defense there, following a gain of 3.
Yeah, the defense is fired up right now. Obviously because they rightfully think that they recovered a fumble, which was ruled not a fumble. I think when we saw that replay there, I think Oros, his elbow was down. But they say ball don't lie. Let's see.
Showing pressure again and bringing it. Miller with defenders in his face dumps it off. And it's a gain. Warriors fighting. The Hurricanes stand up. That's John Mazzarella. So a good pitch and catch. Gain of about 4 on the play, and they're about 3 from the first down marker.
I love the play call there. Hurricanes bringing pressure. Nice little tunnel screen. Get the ball out in space. Wish we could have picked up more there. More explosive plays, but a pickup of 4 puts you on track. It does not put you behind the sticks.
Exactly. Can't complain with a gain of 3 or 4, because if you do that every play, you'll find yourself in the end zone before you know it. So tight end lined up to the right side for the Warriors. Low snap, and it's picked up directly by Oros. He's going to stiff arm a defender on his way to a good gain and a first down. Good job of improvising by Logan Oros on the low snap. Warriors got to stay disciplined here on this drive. We've seen a couple of miscues. The false start. We had a fumble that was ruled in Wheaton Academy's favor, fortunately, and now a bobbled snap.
Way to make something out of nothing there from Oros. Snap right at his feet. Just took matters into his own hands. Got north and south, picked up the first down.
I would have to watch the playback, but it's very possible that that ball was going to end up in Oros' hands one way or another. So here's Miller with Jones and Oros to either side. Defenders showing pressure. Handoff to Oros, fighting up the middle. Spinning and brought down. It's a gain of about 5 yards. So Oros, another powerful run. And this is another way that they're going to use Logan Oros is in the backfield. They have him in a wing back position. They've got him on the outside in a more pure wide receiver spot. And now you see him in the full backfield. And just a nice run from Logan Oros. Him and Tyler Jones are quite the 1-2 punch. Warriors coming back with the play, and they're seeing a lot of different pressures dialed up from this Hurricane defense. So it's going to be 2 wide receivers and a wing back to the left side. Tight end lined up in a wing. And he's going to pull it again. He liked the read. There goes Miller up the middle, spinning around the defender. Hit the B button. Miller inside the 5, and the Warriors have first and goal.
Good spin move there. Tough run from Cole Miller. Way to put the Warriors in a great position. First and goal from the 4. You love the options you have as an offensive coordinator here. You see Coach Ben Thorson getting the right personnel in there. It's quarterback coach Ben Thorson. First year here at Wheaton Academy. A graduate of Wheaton Academy. Played 4 years of football at Wheaton College.
Let's talk about this coaching staff a little bit. A lot of experience here. We'll talk about him after this play. How about that?
You can see that's Hezekiah Garcia. Hezzy Garcia.
Hezzy Garcia. He's gotten a little bit of wrestling experience. Knows how to control his weight. There's Oros up the middle. Hezzy, the lead blocker. Oros is in for the touchdown. An easy score for the Warriors as Hezzy Garcia led the way. And the Warriors go up by another score.
That's another Logan Oros touchdown. It's his ball game today. We love to see it.
Certainly is. Powerful running, good receiving downfield. We're talking about him a lot, but it's justified. He's having a great game so far. Let's make sure that we have good execution here. The snap, the hold, and the kick is good. So the Warriors with 20 on the board here in the first half. make a stand on defense and could potentially get another score here before the half.
Good operation there by our PAT unit. Daniel Jarvis gets redemption there, executes, put the ball through the uprights.
So, Skylar, back to our coaching staff. We've got so many guys with a lot of football experience, a lot of them coming from Wheaton College, which is, as you and I both know, a program that's experienced a lot of success over the years. We've got Wheaton football alumni, past, present, guys that have spanned generations that have brought the experience to this team.
Yeah, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, every single coach on this coaching staff is connected to Wheaton College football.
I believe so. I don't think there's one that you're going to find that hasn't been around the program.
Some new additions this year: Phil Lachurko, class of 23 from Wheaton College, and Ben Thorson, also class of 23 from Wheaton College.
And Grant as well, I believe.
Grant Tillotson.
So the kick bounces a couple times. It's fielded from Marion. And no gain on the return.
Great coverage there by Reed Bradshaw.
Max Kinney really trying to turn that return into something after a couple of awkward bounces off the turf. And he was swallowed up quickly.
Marion will start 1st and 10 from their own 19.
Yeah, Grant Tillotson's boosting our coaching staff. This is also his first year here teaching at Wheaton Academy. He's teaching math, but he's a man of many talents.
I've met him a couple times, and just my experience with him, right off the bat, you could tell that he's such a genuine individual, somebody who really cares about these guys. He's on mission every day. Grant Tillotson is a phenomenal football coach.
It's great to have him here at Wheaton Academy.
And a snap and a handoff up the middle, and he is swarmed and thrown backwards as the Warriors take a stand on first down.
It almost looked like the same exact play that they ran and scored on that last drive. Obviously, two very different results there. Tackle at the line of scrimmage. That time just absolutely stuffed by the Warriors.
Well, there's that old offensive philosophy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
Just keep going back to it, especially on the ground. If it's working for you and you get the look that you like, there is no reason why you can't go at it again until you get stopped. Warriors not showing any pressure just yet. Hernan takes a snap, rolls back to pass, fires downfield, and a good connection. And that's Kinney with a first down. Max Kinney. Great reception. He ran a good route, and just the ball was on the money from Hernan.
First down, Marion, 1st and 10.
Max Kinney's a junior. He's got a little bit of experience, and he is playing on both sides of the ball. So the Canes set up with a fresh set of downs. And here's another look with trips left. Back to pass, scrambling, feeling pressure, throws downfield, and just over his hands. That's Mike Schmid. He's been in a running back position a couple of times today. And lined up on the outside and just couldn't haul that one in, just above his reach. He was all the way pressed along the sideline.
If they could have connected there, that could have been dangerous for the Warriors.
Definitely. And there's the scrambling ability that we see from Hernan. He's comfortable. And just a second that he feels too much pressure, he's comfortable being uncomfortable and scrambling outside the pocket. That's a good trait. So Hernan back in the gun. Pressure shown from the Warriors, and they bring it. Fires to the outside. Caught by Kinney again. He's been his man tonight. Kinney just short of the first down marker and brought out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds by Summer.
On the tackle was Tyler Sommer.
Wheaton Academy, it's 3rd down.
So a good way of holding him behind the first down marker, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short.
This will be 3rd and 1 on the 40.
I'm a little aggressive. When it comes to offensive play calls, I think this is 4-down territory.
Got to call it 4-down territory. I definitely agree with you, Skylar. But we are completely unbiased individuals. Obviously, both playing offense Warriors bringing pressure from the outside. It's a handoff up the middle, and he falls early.
Doesn't look like he gets it.
That was Kowalczyk on the carry. And they're going to mark him just short, it appears.
No gain on the play, force out.
Still a yard away from that marker. And Skylar, well, you're going to see if the Marion Central Catholic coach agrees with your philosophy.
And it looks like he is. And if I was him, I wonder if he's put this in to his offense. But with a quarterback that's 6'4", 180, is tush push a thing? And it is.
And they go with it, and Hernan's going to get the first down. Effectively run. They're marking him a lot further back than it looked like he ended up, but he still gets the first down.
1st and 10 from the 42.
So effective push from the offensive line. That's something they're going to have to turn around in this game if they want to see some more sustained drives. They got to see some push from this offensive line when they're on the ground. They're getting too much penetration from the defense. So here's Hernan. Rolls back to pass right away, fires downfield. Kinney caught over the middle of the field, and he's brought down for another Hurricane first down.
The Hurricanes are moving the ball well when they've had the opportunity with the ball.
First down, Marion.
Just a slant route from Kinney.
10 from the Warriors 44.
Good connection.
And Skylar, here's the reality. When you're getting penetration from the defense, what do you go to if all you do is throw the ball? Quick passes.
That's right.
Quick passing game over and over and over again. It's working for them. Go back to Kinney.
3-by-1.
Hernan fires to the outside. Kowalczyk with the catch, and he will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. A strong tackle.
Good reaction there by John Mazzarella.
Mazzarella has been flying around the field today. Tremendous effort on both sides of the ball. Textbook tackle. Puck roll, as they say. I think that's a little bit dated. They might have updated their tackling philosophy since my playing days. I don't know. All right, so Marion with wide receivers way out, trying to spread this field out and exploit some space. Warriors playing a little zone back there. Hernan rolls back to pass, fires downfield. Big ball to Kinney, and it's just past his arms. Just overthrown, and Kinney had a step on him. If he would have hauled that in, that would have changed the game big time.
Hernan had time, but definitely probably was feeling the pressure of people in his face. If he could have just stood in there for maybe a split second more, set his feet, and not created an overthrow.
Definitely a player that we
haven't
talked about enough is Max Kinney from Marion Central. He's done a tremendous job tonight. He's a sure receiver with sure hands. Marion pressed along the left hash, hands it off up the middle, and he's fighting for a gain, but he is thrown around by the Warrior defense. That's a big play. Some strong tackling there.
No gain on the play.
And that was Hezi Garcia, the guy you saw in the backfield not too long ago. See some of his power up front. I mentioned Hezi was wrestling the last couple of years. I had the privilege of watching him when I called one of the wrestling meets. And he's got a low center of gravity. And if you run into him, you are not going to move forward. Let's just say that. Well, we want to keep you updated on what's going on around Wheaton Academy. Girls tennis with a full 7-0 sweep of Arlington Heights yesterday. Doing a tremendous job. Fun to see the other programs finding some success. And that's been a theme over the last few years, is just good efforts from all the programs on Wheaton Academy's campus. It's always fun. This is a place where you can grow and succeed, and even experience that during some of my years here. Football team has taken leaps and bounds since I was there, but just the general energy on campus was that when we do something, we're going to do it with excellence, and that's just a tremendous way to live life.
It is. Just some great programs. Looks like they're in a punt formation here.
Hernan, the quarterback punter, deep in a punting stance. Got to watch out for fakes with Hernan because he's got an arm. We've seen it. Punts it to the side, and just about the 21, it's going to go out of bounds.
Punt goes out of bounds.
All right, so if you're Wheaton Academy, you almost get a free drive here with 1:44 left.
Wheaton Academy takes over first.
That's exactly what we were talking about here at the end of the last touchdown is can the Warriors get a stop, and can they drive it down the field? Just give it a shot. You've got time on the clock to get it done. A little 2-minute drill.
You've got 2 timeouts. There's absolutely no reason here why we shouldn't be clock conscious. Eat up as much time as possible while being smart and still able to punch it into the goal.
Definitely. So rolling out to the right side is Miller. He's going to sling it sidearm. Oh, just along the sideline, and it's dropped by Mazzarella. Not exactly a drop. That ball was a bit short, hit the turf before Mazzarella could get to it. And the Warriors going to set up with 2nd down and 10. And Skylar, one of the things, when you're in a 2-minute drill like this, you're up by 14 points. If you're in a point where you don't think that you can convert on a first down, don't be afraid to run the clock down and take it to the half.
Exactly.
Make some adjustments. You see a lot of coaches today do that as opposed to slinging it down the field and risking an interception and bad field position.
Yeah, could totally change the momentum of the game.
Miller fires over the middle. Oros the catch, and he caught an ankle. Oros goes down at about the 40-yard line.
Oros, gain of 20 on the play. First
So
down,
a
Warriors.
strong run after the catch. Couldn't exactly pick up the yards that he was hoping for. He had a bit of a Klingon on his left ankle.
10 from the 41.
But the Warriors driving the ball here. Now you go for goal. Miller set up in the backfield. Takes a snap. Looking downfield, scrambling to the right side, feels pressure, evading tacklers. Miller under pressure, fires out of bounds. He just throws it away. Luckily, he was outside the pocket, so no intentional grounding there. And the Warriors bide some time.
Good decision by Miller there. Clearly nothing there. Didn't want to put the ball at risk, didn't want to take the yards of a sack or the time that it would have taken off the clock. Just chuck it up to the stands.
Souvenir for a lucky fan. Warriors line up trips right formation. Miller takes the snap, hands off up the middle. There goes Jones with some space. Jones, stiff arm, outside. Jones is gone. Tyler Jones, can they catch him? No. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors with a run play surprise into the end zone before the half.
You love to see it. Great last effort there. He knew he was about to get hit. Extends the ball, pushes it into the end zone.
And just when this Marion Central team was expecting a ball in the air, here comes Tyler Jones on the ground, the Warriors' leading rusher, and showcases some of his explosive speed.
That's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Almost a 50-yard run. Definitely helps his 10.5 yards per rush average.
Jarvis back for the extra point, and he knocks it through. That's his strongest kick today. And the Warriors with a 27-6 lead as we approach the end of the first half. 58 seconds here. See if Marion Central tries to put something together or do what we were talking about and just take a knee and take it to the locker room.
Again, I think I've said I am slightly aggressive, but I would love to take this opportunity. 58 seconds. You've got 2 timeouts. You're down 3 scores. Make something happen.
Absolutely.
Don't just kneel over.
Right. And what we've seen from Marion is they can make the big play happen. We've seen it over the ground. We've seen it through the air. They've got receivers that can catch the ball, a quarterback that can sling it. With short time like this, you're likely going to go through the air, unlike what the Warriors just did. You're going to likely see the ball in the air. But, Skylar, I totally agree with you. I think I would take a shot here. Down 3 scores, that can change a lot of momentum being down 2 at halftime. So set to kick here is Jarvis. Deep to return for the Hurricanes is Mike Schmidt. That one bouncing, corralled by Jakubowicz. And he is wrestled to the ground by the Warriors. No, a little further. And we'll set up at about the 34, 33 yard line. 34-yard line. Good field position for the Hurricanes with 50 seconds to play. And let's see the strategy. So let's take a look at the formation here. And being in the gun, I would anticipate they're going to either run a couple of safe handoffs or sling the ball around a little bit. Let's see. They're going to throw it. Hernan rolling around, fires downfield, caught. That's Kowalczyk along the sideline. A good pickup, and that stops the clock.
It's a great play.
First down area. First and 10 from the 48.
Picks up a first down, gets out of bounds. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Great knowledge of where you are on the field. That was Kowalczyk that caught the ball on the sideline. Tapped his toes, knew he was going out of bounds, stopped the clock. Marion lines up here. Hernan back of the gun. Colin Hernan playing a good game thus far. Steps back to pass. Doesn't like the picture and rolls out to the left side and decides not to go cross body and tucks the ball. Brought out of bounds and a late hit from the Warriors. That is a disciplined play you cannot make this late in the half. And that's going to be an automatic first down for Marion Central.
You can see Swider and Johannick there talking to Ethan Brooks. That's just a young player making a mental error. You love the physicality, but you just can't have that, especially down. Or Warriors are not down, but with this 2-minute drill, Hurricanes trying to move the ball, giving them a free 15 is not what you want.
And to his credit, we know how these things go. You're playing aggressive. You're told to pursue the ball. You want to finish to the whistle. These things happen. Here's a snap to Hernan. Rolling out to the right side off the bat. Logan Oros gets to him. He throws the ball in the air. They're going to rule it an incomplete pass. I'll stop getting excited. Ball fell to the ground, so Hernan was able to get it away. No intentional grounding call, and that's what the Warrior coaching staff is going to lobby for here.
Didn't look like anyone was in the area. He was wrapped up by Oros. Just let the ball go.
Coach Johannick solidly at the numbers. Arguing for that intentional grounding call that should have been an obvious one. But sometimes those things go.
Oh,
there's
and
the
the flag is
late.
thrown.
And intentional grounding called against the offense. We never make too strong of a stand as commentators when it comes to a penalty, but that one was a little bit obvious. And I'm glad that the ref was listening to our live stream.
And you got excited there because it was not a quick whistle. Almost could have been a fumble.
Absolutely.
And that just goes back to Tom Brady and the Raiders back in 2002, the old tuck rule. Pretty devastating as a Raiders fan.
Hernan scrambling away from pressure. Warrior tacklers all over. And he fights his way forward. Shoves out of bounds. So Marion with a couple plays here remaining. And they're set up on the 40 with a third down and about 20 yards.
3rd and 20.
I think Colin Hernan has a promising future, only a sophomore. There are no stats on Max Preps
Timeout, Wheaton Academy.
for his current season, but from what we're seeing tonight, he's a physical quarterback with the size and stature. And he's been finding ways to keep Marion Central alive, drive after drive.
Definitely. They're not out of this game. we see games like this at the high school level specifically where a team will go up 27-6 and just be absolutely dominating. I think the Warriors will go back into the locker room for halftime and seriously have a conversation about how they can control this game better. There are things that are a little bit shaky, discipline-wise, execution-wise, that can be cleaned up. And once the Warriors do that, it'll be a clean game. But Marion Central hanging around, and to their credit, they're making the big play. They're setting up the big play. And they're just a couple of those away from getting right back in this thing.
Just 15 seconds left. Ball at the 40. 2 timeouts for Marion Central still left. I think with timeouts, you could probably get 2, maybe 3, and there they go. They just used one of their timeouts.
And if we flash back to the first quarter, that is timeout number 2 for Marion, so they've got 1 remaining. Shouldn't come into effect too much. And now, Skylar, I think, to your point, I think they've got about 2 solid plays now with only 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a deep out, but not necessary because of that timeout. So I think we're looking at a deep shot, something to get a little bit closer to the end zone, and then maybe call one of your red zone plays for the last play of the half.
Crazy to me. Every time I watch the NFL, I'm shocked at how far these kickers can kick it nowadays. And the game changes. At the college level, at the high school level, you're going for more touchdowns. Athletes are, the kicking is not yet perfectly refined. And it's nothing that's not to the credit of these kids. It's just those kickers spend so much time perfecting their craft in the NFL. It's crazy how far they can kick it. This would be field goal range for them.
Yeah.
Hernan rolls back. There's pressure from the back, and he is brought down. Releases the ball beforehand, but that's Ethan Brooks coming from behind. A solid hit there. And it looks like Hernan's feeling it a little bit.
And slow to get up. Trying to shake it off there, but great contact there by Ethan Brooks. Forces an errant throw.
Showing off some physical play there.
And they're going to punt with 9 seconds left. This could create an opportunity for Wheaton Academy.
Oh, and it's a sideways punt straight out to the parking lot.
Now, with 5 seconds left here, I'm expecting a kneel down.
With 5 seconds, you probably take this one into the locker room.
1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 30.
So the story of that one, good stand from the Warrior defense. Seeing a lot of looks downfield, but it was actually the defensive line that set the tone up front. One of those keys to the game that we talked about. If they can set the tone by making that quarterback feel their presence play after play after play, it's going to end up in drives like that stall.
That's the end
So the Warriors, at the end of the second quarter, we head into the half. Wheaton Academy 27, Marion Central 6. Dominant play from the Warriors, some things to clean up on both ends. But we're excited to join you for the second half. And during this halftime, go get some food, grab a drink, come right back. We're not going anywhere. We're excited to have you back in a moment after the half.
clear the field.
What up, Daniel?
On the field after the whistle blows. In the classroom where ideas start to click.
So the motor is connected to the brain, connected to the power source.
Or backstage before the curtains rise. And then the friendships that make this place more than just a high school. Formed by faith, nurtured by the faculty who are experts in their field and faithful in their discipleship. They feel it in every step of who they're becoming.
Ladies and gentlemen, since we are the team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Performance Trust Field. It's going to be the Warriors kicking the ball off to Marion Central Catholic. Marion Central, bit of a slow start in the first half, but they'll see if they can put something together here. That'll change the game if they can drive the ball down. And obviously we've seen the potential for big plays. Jarvis back to kick. Back to return for the Hurricanes. It's Kinney and Schmid. A dribbler up the middle. That one takes a high hop, and it's fielded there. And he breaks free down to the 50-yard line, so a good return for Marion Central, and they start off in phenomenal field position.
Great way to start the second half if you're a Hurricanes fan.
That was Wilson Jakubowicz on the return. Anytime that you take a kick return back to the 50, you are in good shape. So out comes the Warrior defense. And back at quarterback, Colin Hernan. Back in the gun, throws it out to the side. It's Schmid with the catch. And a hard hit there. He was met by Tyler Jones. The hard-hitting running back turned outside linebacker. He's everywhere.
Great play. He almost had a 3 for 3. 3 Warriors for 3 Hurricanes there. So get the ball out with a quick bubble. Out in space. Able to get a good chunk of yards there.
And my mistake, that was Tyler Jones, the safety, not the outside linebacker. Colin Hernan with the snap, hands it off, fights up the middle. That's Kowalczyk, and he is met by a lot of Warriors, brought down much short of the first down marker. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Kowalczyk was carrying the ball a little low there. Looked like we almost had an opportunity to punch that out, but tackled by a few Warriors. 3rd and short.
As we've seen, not in the way that it plays out, but in its potential, ball security is the name of the game. Especially when you're trying to execute on offense, you do not want that field flipping right where your offense is set up. Warriors showing blitz and a little bit of movement from the offensive side. It's going to be a false start.
And that false starts are drive killers. False starts and holding are drive killers because they're most likely a discipline thing.
Absolutely. We talk about disciplined football in the first half, and already here in the second half, we're seeing examples of just how you have to stay disciplined, know the snap count. But miscues happen, and here Marion Central finds themselves with a 3rd down and 8. And they are stacking the left side of the field.
Timeout, Marion Central.
And a little bit of chaos. That coach is not happy with his personnel change, and they're going to have to burn a timeout to make sure that they don't have too many men and they have the right people and personnel on the field.
Not a great series of events there for the Hurricanes. Starting with the false start, takes a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8. And then calling a timeout.
And then having to burn that.
Something that could have been crucial in the 4th quarter. You know, who knows how this game will end up. But you always want to be able to have those to fall back on, and they're using one here on their first drive in the first drive of the 3rd quarter.
So with the extra 30 seconds to recoup, see if Marion Central can put something together to make this conversion on 3rd down. Teams going into today, 3rd down conversions against the Warriors have come at a premium. Teams are averaging about 32% on 3rd down conversions. So this Warrior defense knows how to lock in when it's time to. Hernan in the backfield, 3 wide receivers to the left. And another jump from the offense. It was not seen at first, but now the false start is called. Another miscue for the Hurricanes.
That's Isaiah Rosado. A name we have not called tonight. Making that mental error.
And well, if one false start is a drive killer, try two. Not the way you want to see this drive go for the Hurricanes.
We were at 3rd and 3. Now it is 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13. They're set up on their own 47. Same formation as before, running back to the other side of Hernan. Hernan will take the snap and drop. Feels pressure running up the middle. Hernan trying to turn a play into at least something, and he's hit hard in the middle of the field. 5 yards short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. Luckily, I would say you're in 4-down territory here, but we'll see what the Hurricanes decide to do.
4th and 5.
Definitely keeping their offensive personnel here on the field.
Hernan coming into the huddle. Joined by Goransky coming in with him. And they are not in a formation to punt the ball.
Not at all. The offense back on the field. Hernan getting extra signals from his coach from the sideline. And back into the backfield comes Schmid. 2 running backs to either side of Hernan, who drops back to pass, throws to the outside, caught, and a 1st down. So a great conversion and a good setup of a play. That was the wide receiver Wilson Jakubowicz. We saw him return the ball to the 50-yard line and now make a critical play on 3rd down and long. And those false starts are a moot point.
It was a great pickup there. Those with keen eyes, our keen viewers, might have seen a bit of a rub route there. That was Jackson Fromm getting picked, allowing the open out route and the open 1st down.
Handoff to Kowalski to the left side for a strong run. Good enough for a gain of about 4. And that'll bring up about 2nd down at 6.
So it turned into a questionable situation on that 3rd and 13. Seemed to be working out. They're keeping this drive alive. Let's see what else they can do.
So the Hurricanes spread out to the right side. Hernan rolls back to pass and heaves it downfield. It is caught by Kinney, and he steps out of bounds just inside the 2-yard line. Max Kinney, a way to haul in the ball on a tough play. Excellent ability to drop the ball into a tight window for Colin Hernan.
I think, bold claim here, they're quick to the line. I'll keep my comments till after.
And there's Hernan with the push. And he is in to score. The Hurricanes get back on the board, and it's a 2-score game in the blink of an eye. Just again, we talk about the big play, and there it is again with Kinney. He's been their big play machine today. So the Hurricanes will set up for the extra point, see if they can tack on another one and get within striking distance.
That QB sneak score was set up by that beautiful pass. If I can make a bold claim and say that was the most beautiful catch and throw that we've seen tonight.
The kick is up and it is good. I know we like to kind of take a mental break when those extra points go up, but they matter at the end of the day. And a good job of the Hurricanes executing. We get that hold down. It was a little bit tight.
Yeah, Derek, you bring up a good point there. We do kind of like to take our mental breaks, check our phones, do anything but watch the extra point. But that is a scoring play in football. That is something that is burned into my memory from hearing Coach Mike Swider Sr. talking to us in the team meeting saying, this is a scoring play of football. Why would you not put forth 100% effort? And That's a great point. I'm sure he's telling these Wheaton Academy Warriors the same thing.
Absolutely. I mean, you take 3 extra points after 3 touchdowns, and if you miss them all, that's the difference of a field goal in the game. That can make a tremendous difference when you come to the fourth quarter.
Shout out to the Maroon Platoon, pep band, and cheerleader.
And obviously, we watch NFL football, and they brought the extra point distance back. So now it's a little bit harder for those kickers to make it. They're still pretty much automatic, but you still see some instances where they miss it. And college kickers, we know college kickers.
All right, so if I had to analyze anything about this setup for a kick, I would assume this is an onside kick.
I would think so as well, especially given his track record. Wheaton Academy doesn't like the look. Seems as though the coaching staff was thinking the exact same thing. Mr. Piercy?
Yep, I think we were seeing the same things there. Obviously, the Warriors were not in that position to have their hands team out there ready to field that onside kick. So probably see a personnel change, a formation change on this kick return unit from the Warriors.
Definitely. And now will be the time to kick it deep if you are Marion Central.
Yeah, you kick it deep over their heads. It's still a live ball if it goes 10 yards.
Look at the energy of our pep band. So good to see, bringing the good vibes to the stadium tonight.
And it brings the whole school together.
Oh, it totally does.
We've got those who've worked hard on the field, showcasing their talents. We've got those that have been working hard, learning an instrument, dedicating themselves to learning a craft. The cheerleaders learning routines.
And there is a knuckleball of a kick that is fielded from 2 knees. Good play by Reed Brown to cover that one up. And the Warriors will take over. Good field position if you're Marion Central. So that was an effective kick, as odd as it looked. But Skylar, you're exactly right. I mean, coming from somebody who I love football. I love the atmosphere around football. Always have loved it. There's nothing like a drum line and a band to bring the energy on Friday night, on Saturday, whenever you're playing ball. Slings it out to Sommer on the outside, who's brought down after a gain of about 5 or 6.
It's a great play design there. Just out-leveraged to the field side. Get your playmakers out there in space. That's Sommer. He's been our second leading receiver.
And this is what the Warriors will do. They run a spread offense. And so they're going to try to use those bits of space on the outside because they know they have speed. There's a handoff to Tyler Jones, speaking of speed, who acts as a human wrecking ball up the middle of the field. Picks up a first down for the Warriors.
We've got a great push from that O-line there and fight that you love to see until the whistle. I had one coach used to say, until the echo of the whistle. Keep playing through. And that's what we've seen from our O-line tonight. Continue to dominate that line of scrimmage.
Miller hands off to Sommer out the outside. Sommer is tripped up. And it's a gain of about 3 out to the right side. So trying to spread the field out again. Look, you've got guys like Tommy Sommer. You got Tyler Jones. You got Logan Oros, John Mazzarella, Eli Cherry. Guys with a lot of speed. Get them on the outside, get them some space, and they're going to be gone. So that's exactly what the Warriors try to go back to.
That was that same play we saw earlier today, this evening, with Dallas Johnston. This time with Tommy Sommer.
And Johnston showed off a little speed on the outside there.
I'd love to see Eli Cherry get a touchdown here tonight.
Would love to see that. Here's Oros to the outside. And he's tripped up behind the line. A great play there by the Marion defense. Into the backfield there was Dan French.
Oros is, oh no. He's getting up slow. He's hobbling off the field. Couldn't tell if he was just frustrated. He was met at the line, or if he was injured. And that's not a sight we want to see. Boros hobbling off the field.
Could have caught a twisted ankle on the carry there on the outside, so hopefully he's all right. Colton Miller in the backfield. Slings it to the outside, and it's caught. Tremendous effort by Tyler Jones to scoop that ball up. That was a clean catch and a gain, but that will still bring up 4th down for the Warriors. Are they in 4th down territory? No, they are not. They bring out the punt team.
I think if Tyler Jones could have stayed on his feet there, I think he would have easily picked up the 1st down and possibly a whole lot more. There was not a lot of Hurricanes left.
Most definitely.
For Tyler to run through.
I think just a tad more comfortable of a ball, and he would have been on his feet and moving.
Yeah, and tough to tell from the angle, but that could have been anything. It might have been that he had to speed up a little bit to catch that ball.
Deep to return is Max Kinney. He's going to fair catch it and drop it, but get over it at about the 21-yard line. So the Hurricanes will take over with the ball on the 21, down by 2 scores. We've got a 14-point difference. And what a swing here to start this start the second half.
Yeah, if I'm the Hurricanes, I'm feeling good. It hasn't felt like the momentum has shifted completely to the side of the Hurricanes, but they go down there and score on their first drive of the second half and stop the Warriors on their first drive. So they're getting the ball back with an opportunity to score and make this a 1-possession ball game.
So the Hurricanes looking to spread the field out again. And it's a handoff to Kowalczyk up the middle. Elusive running from Kowalczyk, and he's brought down about 3 yards past the 1st down marker, so a solid gain. And the Hurricanes are driving.
Brought down by Eli Cherry, linebacker. I think I mistakenly called Eli a corner earlier.
That's all right. We're all over with positions today. So now it's Hernan in the backfield. Run exclusively out of the gun. It's another handoff to Kowalczyk, who is wrapped up just past the line of scrimmage and brought down by a host of Warriors. Great play there. That's the push from the defensive line that you want to see. Got to dominate up front. Can't have these big running gains. So Hernan now with 2 back in the backfield. He hands it off to Schmid. Finds his way up the middle. Another elusive body. We've got 2 running backs back here for Marion Central. One is Eddie Kowalczyk, another one is Mike Schmid. Both of them know how to be agile as they move through the line of scrimmage. And this offensive line is getting some push. They're making a tremendous difference in the run game. We're seeing some effective running from the front all the way to the back. So the Warriors got to tighten it up on their defensive front. Linebackers resetting. Off the snap, and it's a keeper. Hernan gets outside, and he's got some wheels as well. Brought down by 2 Warriors. Max Kinney a little slow to get up after that one. Looks like he got caught up in the pile a little bit.
I love to see that from Tommy Sommer. Getting the initial contact there, and you see, I mean, he was pretty much down before Danny Sizik got there, but love the hustle from Danny Sizik. He's a hard worker. I got to know him a little bit last offseason.
Here's the snap to Hernan. Hand off to Kowalczyk up the middle, and finding a hole. He danced around in the backfield for a couple of seconds and somehow was able to squeeze his way through. But Skylar, I agree with you. Danny Sizik, tremendous kid. I had the pleasure of getting to know him over the last couple of years. through church and also through Wheaton Academy football. He is a hard worker, always going to work to make sure that he's coachable and getting the job done. Danny's a great kid, one of these excellent Wheaton Academy seniors. So Marion Central rushing the ball effectively, and in the backfield is Schmid. Based on their trend, we might see another handoff here. Vernon takes a snap, rolls back to pass this time. Feels pressure, scrambles to the right side. Dumps it off, and it is caught with not enough for the first down. So great defense from the Warriors to stop him at the line of scrimmage. Stopped him inbounds. And that was Isaiah Rosado with the catch. We've seen a couple of appearances from him. So some more effective ball movement, but it's 3rd down and 1 for the Canes. Hernan under center. Looks like they're going to go back to that QB sneak look. And the call. They'll spot him across the first down marker. And Marion Central with another fresh set of downs. Just a methodical drive from them. Totally different from their other scoring drives.
First and 10, 28.
Very different, very different. You can see we got some new faces on the field for the Warriors D. Number 25, Brandon Watson, out there almost like a nickel corner over the number 3 receiver. He's playing a linebacker role.
Off the snap, a quick dump off to Schmidt, who's hit hard. That's Tyler Jones coming from the outside, but not before a pickup of about 7, 8 yards. They give him 7 on the play.
8 of 6 on the play.
Looks like
2nd and 4. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And with the end of the quarter, we are going to go to a quick break here. We'll see you in a bit. Sorry.
Looking for a school where you'll be pushed to reach your potential? Whether you're behind the lens, telling gospel-centered stories through our award-winning video program, or shaping the future through business and entrepreneurship, or taking the field alongside coaches who will push you to be your best, or stepping out onto the stage to perform, we invite you to join us for a Shadow Day. See what it's like to pursue your passions from within a Christ-centered community. Meet new friends, see discipleship in action, and experience a place where you can grow. Discover your story at Wheaton Academy.
And welcome back here. Start of the 4th quarter. We're getting a little bit of precipitation here at Performance Trust Field. Choppy conditions out here. Not hard rain, but enough to get that ball a little bit slick. Skylar, you know ball handling in the rain.
it is, and I'm sure these teams have trained with a wet ball. This is nothing new to football. It's part of the fun of the sport, outside in the elements. But we may see a little more running here.
Hernan pulls the ball to the right side, and he's brought down. Just enough for a first down. That'll move the sticks for Marion Central. Solid run, a nice angle there on the tight lens.
Great shot there, you can see perfectly Hernan getting over the line. He's running hard, he's been running hard all game long. As they're getting down into the red zone, they're hoping to keep the Warriors on their toes.
Hernan rolls back, a lot of space for Kinney on the outside. He bobbles it, just unable to haul it in. That would have been another shot at another set of downs. And really the first big drop for Marion Central on this drive, and as far as I can remember back.
I mentioned new faces. We've got number 72, Gino Hudson. He's a sophomore out there. number 52, Caden Bounds, coming in as part of the D-line.
2nd and 10, lobs it up, and he's able to haul it in. Max Kinney with a touchdown. And a perfectly executed play. Just a beautiful ball from Colin Hernan. Threw it to his outside shoulder. And Max Kinney, great focus to bring it in and haul in the Hurricanes' 3rd touchdown of the night.
Beautiful replay there. As we can see, quite a connection between Hernan and Kinney. Not the first time they've connected tonight. They've really kept the Hurricanes in the game. Speaking of Hurricanes, you see this weather. It's starting to come down.
Maybe not quite a hurricane, but cats and dogs for sure. And the kick is good. So Marion Central Catholic within 7 points of the Warriors. So a huge turn here to start the second half. They've done an excellent job of making adjustments. Their offense is firing on all cylinders and exploiting the weaknesses of this Warrior defense. And again, Skylar, like, go back to ball security. You come into this 4th quarter, it's going to be at a premium. You're facing some challenges that you weren't facing during the rest of the game. And the Warriors are going to have to hold on to the football here because it is a must with the score this close.
Yeah, and this kickoff is one that I'd be very interested in. You mentioned it. It's going to be a wet ball. We've seen 3 squib kicks, 1 line up for an onside kick. So I'd be prepared for anything if I was the Warriors here. I would send out my guys that are comfortable handling a ball. I would send out my hands team, maybe line them up in a traditional sense, but be ready for anything here as we see the Hurricanes are out and the kicker is lining up, taking his steps.
I think you're going to see these guys in the middle be the playmakers, specifically looking at Ethan Brooks. I bet the ball is going right there. They keep poking it toward the middle of the field, and they do it once again. Fielded cleanly.
Good recovery there.
That looks like Charlie Sias in the middle of the field cleanly gets on the ball.
Charlie Sias, he's in my sports broadcasting class. Been a great student so far this semester.
And great on the hands team, I might add.
And I will say, this has happened a few times with those squib kicks, but great ball knowledge there, understanding that you don't need to make the play. Just get possession and get down. I've seen too many times where the guys that aren't used to handling the ball, they try to get up and run, and it's going the other way before you know it.
So the Warriors set up shop on the 32-yard line. Man in motion from the left side is Sommer. There goes Miller up the middle and diving for a few extra yards. Going to be a gain of 5. That brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. They're going to have to learn to be effective on the ground in conditions like this. One thing I appreciate about playing at night is you really see the strength with which the rain's coming down right now. Not exactly a sprinkle.
No.
Fumbled snap. Miller picks it up and salvages the play. He runs to the outside. Hard running from Colton Miller.
Watch Jones protecting his quarterback with a great block. Puts the Hurricane defender on his backside, allows Miller to scamper for that 1st down.
Just pure instinct from Miller to pick up that ball and just take off. But good awareness, exactly, by Jones to pick up a block downfield. Those are football plays.
And again, we're already seeing ball security become a factor in this game with the downpour that is continuing.
As low snap, Miller picks it up again, design run to the left side, and he is brought down with an effective tackle. That's number 6, Josh Goronsky. And a great job of just grabbing the thighs and rolling through the tackle. straight through the thigh boards. That's what they teach. At least that's
textbook tackle there. Second time we've seen a low snap. I hope for the Warriors that does not become a continuing issue as the fourth quarter continues, but we'll keep an eye on it and keeps this game interesting.
Warriors stay in the gun. Sommer in motion to the right side, and he gets the ball. Sommer finds some space down the right sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Great design there, really just stretched the flats. Get some horizontal stretch on that defense. Allows for Sommer to get vertical up the sideline. Stop the clock. Move the chains, get the Warriors another set of downs.
You get some of these guys out on the outside. We talked about it earlier tonight. Get them some room, they'll take off running. Sommer showing off his speed. Another motion play from the right side, and there goes Miller. And he's brought down for a gain of about 4 yards. And they give him about 3. So another design run for the quarterback. We're seeing some difficulties in exchanges. So you try to eliminate those by having the quarterback just run directly. But those snaps, I'm telling you, as a former center myself, it is not an easy thing to snap in the rain. I've snapped in the rain. I've snapped in the snow. It makes it tremendously difficult. The oils of the ball come out. It's kind of like they talk about on the roads. When it first rains, all the oils come out. It's the slickest then. That ball is rough right now. Handoff to Jones up the middle, and he breaks free. There goes Tyler Jones. He finds a space, and in a blink of an eye, the Warriors are up 2 scores once more.
That's his second touchdown tonight. 5th rushing touchdown on the season for Tyler Jones. Again, helping his yards per carry and yards per game average. Continuing to pound the rock. What a start to the season for Tyler Jones.
What an opening that offensive line created there. Tremendous running of some fundamental plays. When you can run the ball effectively as an offensive line, there's nothing more encouraging. And a penalty flag, and it looks like offsides on the defense. Not sure if this will change any of the philosophy.
Looks like they're going for 2, changing personnel here. Could get back that extra point they missed.
So a little bit of excitement here for the Warriors. And you go up by 2, and you force Marion Central to execute on a 2-point conversion if they decide to put a couple drives together here.
And, you know, I mean, obviously that was Tyler Jones with that touchdown there, but love for the O-line to get Tyler to that point with the yards he's had and the yards per carry that he's had this season.
You're speaking my language, Skylar. So the Warriors line up for the 2-point conversion. It's Sommer in motion. Miller rolls out, fires to Sommer. Good pitch and catch, and Tommy Sommer into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Warriors are up by 15 here with 8:19 to go in the fourth quarter.
I love that 2-point play, your goal line play. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the tush push. You could QB sneak it in, you could pound the rock in, but you get some play action, some motion in there, some two trickeries makes it confusing for the defense to follow along, and then out in the flat, Sommer. Easy pitch and catch into the end zone. 2 more points for the Warriors.
All right, so crunch time here for Marion Central Catholic. They've got 8:19 on the clock. That's plenty for 2 drives, but they're going to have to be very efficient with how they manage the ball. They've got 2 timeouts remaining, and Skylar, we go back to that first miscue when they had a little bit of chaos on the offensive side of the ball and had to call a timeout. Could come into play here later in the fourth quarter.
This is the situation where it hurts you. Okay.
And a boot up the middle on the ground. Ball bouncing, and Marion able to fall. No, the ball's still loose and still picked up by Schmid, but not before a little bit of chaos. Warriors came flying down that field going for the ball.
Great replay there, as we can see. Ball stayed alive a little bit longer than we initially thought.
So, Skylar, we were talking about the Warrior offensive line, and I know we're out there on defense, but got to go and give them a shout-out. After some conversations with Coach Johannick, said that this group is one of his most experienced, and they've got size to back it up.
That's right. We got Wes Hansen, Hezzy Garcia, Jackson Fromm, all seniors. And then right guard Jake McCaslin, right tackle Hudson Melander.
So the Hurricanes in desperation mode, hand off to Kowalczyk, who's brought down at or behind the line. No gain for the Hurricanes. It'll bring up second down and 10.
And now I would expect to see a little bit of hurry up from the Hurricanes here. As we can see, they're already in their no huddle, back to the line already.
Rain continuing to fall. Quick pass, and Schmid up the middle, unable to hold on, right through his hands. That ball was slick. We were talking about it, and it's no joke.
I would almost guarantee that's a direct result of wearing gloves with a slick ball in the rain. Went right through his hands. Could have been a pickup of 5, maybe more. But it's third down. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10. Hurricanes line up. Warrior defense playing tight here over the first couple of plays of this drive. Hurricanes trying to spread the field out to the right side. Hernan, empty set in the gun. Takes the snap looking and feels pressure right away. Trying to turn the play into something, and Hernan up the middle, and he's at the first down marker, and they're going to give him the spot. It's a fresh set of downs for the Hurricanes and a gutsy run from Colin Hernan. And we've got a Warrior down on the field here as the training staff is attending to him. Get a nice wide shot of the rain coming down here outside the lights. It's only strengthening here over the course of the 4th quarter. Going to prove to make a comeback for Marion Central over the air pretty difficult. As we continue to wait out this injury timeout. And going down, that was number 7, Ethan Brooks. And good to see him get up on his own power, gives the thumbs up to his team. They'll take him to be evaluated, but good to see him standing up, and looks like he's all right. So now the Canes with 7:34 to go. Found themselves a fresh set of downs with a strong run from Colin Hernan. We've called his name all night. He's been the difference maker for this Hurricane offense. Hernan in the backfield with Kowalczyk to his right. Hand off to Kowalczyk up the middle. He's proven he can run up the middle before, and he does it again, a gain of about 9, just short of the first down marker.
See the O-line there blocking down, pulling guard, creating those holes there for Kowalczyk.
Hernan rolls back to pass, launching deep downfield in the rain. Kinney tries to haul it in, and it fell incomplete outside the sideline. Was not catchable regardless.
And Hernan took a shot on that play. Obviously couldn't connect there, but hung in there and gave it his best effort. Just a touch out of bounds.
2nd and 1, you don't hate the call.
No.
Got a little bit of short sticks to work with. Might as well take a shot while you're ahead. But now on a 3rd and 1, you'll probably be a little bit more conservative. I'd be eyeing Kowalczyk, who gets the ball here. And he is brought down behind the line, fighting, but he's pushed back. He can't win the battle. What a play off the edge. And it looks like Ethan Brooks, straight out of the injury tent, making the play. Tremendous effort from a guy who's playing with some toughness right now.
What a great stop for the Warriors. That effort led by Ethan Brooks.
Mazzarella backs off his man, but it's Hernan that takes it up the middle and a hard run. Lowers the shoulder into some Warrior defenders, and they convert on a 4th down. So Marion Central set up on the 50-yard line. Little uniform adjustments going on here on the Warriors side. And it looks like we may have an injury timeout, a player being walked off the field for the Hurricanes. Not exactly some clear communication from the referee crew there about the injury timeout, but we did take a brief break. So Hernan and Schmidt in the backfield, trips left formation.
They continue to go 3-by-1.
Hernan scrambling up the middle. Brooks misses a tackle. Hernan brought down by a couple of Warriors. And another way to salvage a broken play. Hernan leaving the pocket a little bit early, Skylar. Tell us about some of the pressure quarterbacks face back there.
I would agree. I mean, it is tough. When you drop back and you've got somebody right in your face, it's hard to think, what's next in my progression? How do I get to my check down?
And another hard run up the middle that looked like Kowalczyk there. So Eddie Kowalczyk gaining another 1st down for the Hurricanes. They continue to methodically drive, and they've got the time to back it up.
I think on that last play, Hernan had Schmidt out in the flat, but again, with pressure, your brain goes into survival mode.
And another pitch out to the side. It's Schmidt met by a hard tackle from Tommy Sommer. What a hit there. That is driving the feet through the tackle.
Perfect textbook tackle. Almost looked like a clean wrestling takedown. Just driving through.
Brings up 2nd down and 6. It's a handoff up the middle to Kowalczyk, who's met again at the line of scrimmage, and this defensive line coming into play right when they need to.
That penetration there by the defensive line looked like it was Thelman.
Ethan Thelman with a strong tackle there. Back to 3-by-1, launches downfield. Oh, it was caught by Kinney, and he was lit up. And the Warriors making a statement with some physical play here. Unfortunately, that's Max Kinney who's down. Could have gotten the wind knocked out of him. I know that feeling to get hit.
There's a timeout.
His momentum was moving up the field. He was focusing on catching the ball, and he just got lit up.
Sommer has been making plays this drive on defense.
That's 2 statement hits from him. So a quick pause. I suppose the referees called an injury timeout. I'm not sure exactly why they're stopping the game. And I have a feeling like Coach Johannick is thinking the same thing. It is 4th down and 5 yards to go. And they back the sticks up to about 4th and 7. A little bit of confusion there.
4th down and 7.
Again in their 3-by-1 formation. Oh. Just making sure everything is all right.
Hurricanes trying to stay alive here with a first down. This is pretty much the game for them. Hernan in the backfield, 3-by-1 to the left side. Hernan fires it downfield, and it is dropped off of the chest of Wilson Jakubowicz. And an unfortunate situation there for the Hurricanes as they give up the ball at a crucial junction in this game.
And again, that could have been a factor of the rain and the wet ball and the gloves and maybe letting it get too close to your body. You know, you're wearing plastic and that ball just bounces.
That's what we were talking about earlier. When you got to sling the ball a little bit to come back in a game and the rain starts pouring right then, it's just an unfortunate turn of events. That ball becomes very hard to haul in for a receiver. So the Warriors come out and they are going to likely run the football, try and get this clock running, gain a couple first downs. And it's a keeper up the middle for Miller, who bounces it to the outside. Miller getting some space, gains a first down, and hops out of bounds. So Colton Miller gaining some yardage, but the clock does stop.
And the Maroon platoon in their whiteout today, they are loving it.
1st and 10 from the 45.
Glad to see students are still invested despite the rain, willing to support their team rain or shine. How it affects them when we make a deep playoff run in November.
Absolutely. To the outside, and just over the outside of, that was Mazzarella again.
So that's two clock stoppages by Wheaton Academy. Still leaves 3:41 left on the clock. Obviously the goal here would be get this first down, keep moving the ball, maybe even punch it into the end zone. But priority here should be take up as much time as possible. You're in that 4-minute drill. Continue to milk the clock.
This time it's a handoff to Jones to the left side. Jones finds some space, breaking free. There goes Tyler Jones, another explosive kick, and he finds the end zone. Tyler Jones ices the game for the Warriors.
A hat trick for Tyler Jones, his 3rd today, 6th on the season. Again, a dominant performance by Jones and the offensive line providing the holes for him to run through.
What a cutback there by Jones in the middle of the field. And when he gets out in space, I know we talk about a few guys being able to do this. I think Jones has been the most impressive tonight in terms of finding space and just turning on the jets. He pulls away. Warriors to try the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Wheaton Academy 41, Marion Central Catholic 20. The Warriors with a 22-point lead with 3:29 to go in the last quarter. So an excellent job of the Warriors to get that defensive stand. Kudos to Tommy Sommer with a couple of huge hits. Set the tone for that defense. Stopped Marion Catholic at about the 35. Get the ball back to your offense, and Tyler Jones ices it.
Tyler Jones, when he gets to that second level, you touched on it, Derek. It is impressive. In open space, the people he can make miss. And we talk about the O-line giving him the holes to run through, but when he gets to that second level, it's really on the receivers and the other guys down at that second level, giving him those lanes to run through, and simply just making people miss on his own. And that cutback lane there kind of sealed the game there for the Warriors. But 3 minutes and 29 seconds left on the clock.
Still got to be careful with the ball. But Skylar, you talk about it. Perimeter blocking is one of those things that we don't watch too often when we're sitting on our couch watching football at home. But for those big plays that break for running backs, that perimeter blocking is the difference maker. That's Schmid to the outside, brought down. So a good return to the 45. But those perimeter blocks are the difference maker. And you're probably not watching them because those running backs are mesmerizing as they go downfield.
That's right. If you're a young receiver out there watching this, listening to us talk about this game, if you want to find yourself on a college roster, keep training and learn how to block downfield. College coaches love that kind of effort out of a wide receiver. Because it's not all about catching touchdown passes. You got to learn how to love the run game as well, because it'll open up opportunities for you down the field.
So Marion Central here with low time on the clock. Rolling out to the right side, firing downfield in a desperation heave. Kowalczyk just short of the ball. Again, another receiver there with a step on his defender, but unable to get to the ball. A couple of balls here that have been just out of the outstretched arms of receivers running goes that end up open. So close there. Colin Hernan has been painting the field with good passes all night, but those go routes have just been just a tad bit far.
Yeah, I will say these receivers for the Hurricanes have gotten open quite a bit. They've created some opportunities for Hernan to take advantage of.
And another roll out to the right side. Fires downfield, caught by Schmid. And a good play. They're going to have to hustle up to the ball if they want to turn this into anything. Clock stops for the movement of the chains.
You can see on that replay there, Hernan did a great job keeping his eyes downfield.
1st and 10 from the 36.
He's shown good composure for a young quarterback.
Indeed.
Timeout, Wheaton Academy.
And that is a timeout taken by the Warriors. Try to recuperate here. 3:01 left in the game. Warriors trying to hold on, make sure that they get the job done here on defense. Let's highlight what's going on here at Wheaton Academy. Homecoming week coming up starting September 29th. That'll run to October 5th. Nothing like homecoming week at Wheaton Academy. Other schools think they run homecoming week well. Wheaton Academy's got that market cornered. Costume days, excitement, soccer games, football games. All the energy is on campus during that week, so.
It is absolutely electric. The entire student body dressing up all 5 days. We've got so many athletic events on campus during that week. We've got 3 live streams that week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thursday's game will be followed by fireworks, which we will not live stream. So if you're interested in that game for fireworks, come on down on Thursday.
Heaved down the field by Hernan, and they're going to throw a flag for pass interference. Unfortunately, Tommy Somer got there a little bit early, probably didn't even intend to run into the receiver, and ended up clipping him a bit. So Marion Central with a gift there. It's going to be an automatic first down. But yeah, Skylar, we talk about energy and homecoming week. It's different at Wheaton Academy.
It is.
For you alumni out there, be sure to make a trip back, especially if it's your anniversary year. Marion Central Catholic, 2 timeouts remaining, 2:54 on the clock. It's a tall task, but they are within the 25-yard line now. Lined up on about the 21. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. Rolling back is Hernan. Dumps it off and unable to haul it in. That's Isaiah Rosado.
2nd and 10 to 21.
Not too much damage done. It was a quick hitter, and it was a drop, so the clock stops.
Hurricanes are right back on the ball.
No hesitation there.
Empty backfield.
Back to the empty set here for the Canes. Escaping from pressure. Oh, Hernan almost takes a tumble. He gets to the outside still. He's going to tuck it and run. There goes Colin Hernan. Not enough for the first down. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
We've talked about it throughout the night, but Colin Hernan has had quite some composure in the pocket being able to make plays almost that shouldn't have been plays. I think something like that, being able to stay on his feet, get some yards, keep his team alive. Very impressive from the young QB.
A quick throw out to the perimeter, and it's tipped by the Warrior defense.
Pass incomplete, 4th down.
Brings us to 4th.
Brings up 4th down and 4. Money on the line for the Warrior defense. Always say money down. Another 3-by-1 look for the Canes. Snap, handoff to Kowalczyk, who fights his way toward the middle.
Gets that first down.
Kowalczyk gets the first down, and they're inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal.
First down, Marion.
Got to hustle, that clock's going to run. Starting right about now. Another handoff to Kowalczyk, who finds space just short of the end zone. He's at the 1.
They're going to get right back on the ball and do it again.
Would not be surprised to see that quarterback sneak look. They keep going back to it. It's the only time that he's lined up under center they do a QB sneak.
Yeah, we're going to see that again
and
here.
Here's the snap, and like clockwork, he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
All right, so that makes it 26-42. Again, game not completely over. It is maybe just barely out of reach, but not completely. Just less than 2 minutes left. We'll see if Marion Central, what they'll do with this extra point attempt.
They're going to start going for 2 here at this point, being down by a not so clean 2 extra points and a 2-point conversion. Throws it to the end zone, caught by Schmid for the 2-point conversion, and they do convert. So the Hurricanes back to kick off the ball, and they are most likely going to do an onside kick or something like what we've seen pretty much all game from them, which is dribbling it up the middle of the field.
Yeah.
They've exploited that big space in the middle. So the Warriors got to emphasize getting the ball, falling on top of it, and bringing the offense out there to run the clock down. Marion Central going to try and convert on this. It'll be something to see what they can get done. Down by 14 here with the 2-point conversion being successful. You're in a good position if you're able to make 2 onside kicks and score some quick scores.
Yeah, you can see Swider and Tillotson there in the huddle. They're probably telling their guys, hey, if the ball is wet, they're not totally out of it, expect this onside. Get on the ball. That's the most important thing at this moment on this play right here.
All right, so here's the onside kick coming from the Canes. It's a dribbler, and it is covered up by Ethan Brooks, who's going to be the one to get the Warriors the ball here with 1:57 left. Only 1 timeout, so it's a matter of time. Just got to execute correctly. And time to chew up some clock if you're the Warriors. So they come out in the gun, expect probably a handoff to Jones or a quarterback keeper here. Jones up the middle and just falls down smartly. Gonna stop the clock with a timeout. So Marion Central now out of timeouts. Excuse me, they have 1 more timeout. So now 1 remaining. I was incorrect in saying they had 1 at the beginning of this drive. But still just a matter of moving the ball forward And a fresh set of downs pretty much ends it here for the Warriors.
This has been a great showing by both teams. Really great offensive battle, honestly.
Definitely offensive.
Not many, I mean, the ball has been put on the ground a few times, but no turnovers created from that. And ball has been safe in the air. No interceptions thrown tonight by either QB.
Interesting how we saw a bit of a tale of two halves for Marion Central. In the first half, their offense was pretty stagnant until a couple of big plays got them on the board. And in the second half, it was the methodical drives that were keeping them in this game. Two backs back there with Miller. It's a handoff to Jones. Powers forward, just short of the first down. They're close. Marion calls their last timeout. And not exactly sure where they're placing the box. That should be about 2 yards further up. And now they decide to move the ball further back. So, interesting spot there from the referee crew, but we end up with a 3rd down and 4 as opposed to the 3rd down and 2 that we were anticipating. So the Warriors with about 30 seconds to decide what their plan of action here. Marion Central looking for a big stand. No timeouts remaining now.
Third and 3 from the 43.
Expect to see another run here. That would be no surprise. Obviously, Marion Central hoping to get a stop.
And it's going to be another read up the middle. Miller falls, and another short spot there from the line judge. A little bit surprising, but in any case, it is 4th down and 2. So the Warriors going to have to decide what they want to do here. And it looks like they're keeping their offensive personnel out on the field. Got enough of a long field if the ball is flipped.
Yeah.
Clock's running. Definitely power up the middle and see what you can get. So 1st down to win it here for the Warriors. So the Warriors call a timeout. That's their last of the second half. With 58 seconds left, trying to maximize that rundown on the clock, letting it run down and then calling the timeout at the last possible second. And we'll take this moment with 58 seconds left in the game to thank our wonderful crew here. Skylar, you've done a tremendous job teaching and engaging with this WA TV crew. They do a phenomenal job week to week. Obviously can't go without thanking Rachel Burek for her contributions. Does a great job. She's done this for years. Lots of experience back there. Fun to see the finished product come out. One of the top end live streams in the, not just the state of Illinois, but the entire U.S.
We got to see
Miller. Little QB punt action, and he gets a decent one off outside the 20-yard line. They'll probably spot that at the 23, 24-yard line. And there's some laundry back where the punter is. And it's going to be roughing the kicker, so that will be the unceremonious way that the Warriors ice the game officially.
unfortunate, almost heartbreaking end for the Hurricanes.
It was going to be a tall task anyway, but
it was.
Penalty is not the way you want to end it.
Not.
But it is the roughing the kicker that gives the automatic first down, and the Warriors will take a knee and go back to the locker room to dry off.
as they take a knee here, you mentioned our live stream crew. It has been an absolute blessing to be here, be a part of this crew. So much fun to put on a live stream for you guys at home so you can watch, get our students some experience with this. Having alumni come, commentate the game, do play-by-play, talk about their time here, talk about what it meant to them. As we've got homecoming coming up, we're thinking a lot about you alumni out there, and just thankful for this place that Wheaton Academy is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you one more time for joining us here. Final score of tonight's game, the Wheaton Academy Warriors 42, Marion Central Catholic Hurricanes 28. It was a tight one. The Warriors pulled it out with some good play there in the end of the fourth quarter. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining us. And this is Skylar Piercy and Derek Johannick signing off.
Huge thank you to our production crew, Eli Kaufman, McKinnon, Eli Dominguez, Ryan Couture, Daniel Lee, all helping us out on cameras and in the booth up here. Myself, Skylar Piercy, and Derek Johannick doing commentary for you guys tonight. Technical directed by Eli Arellano, and our producer, Rachel Burek, and myself. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. That is another win for the Wheaton Academy Warriors. Good night.
Like, I've already figured out how to get down there. We can do it again.